musicians in the house. So we welcome you back to Foothills Center. So happy you're here. Better late than never, that's all I can say.
Perfect.
Perfect timing.
Thank you so much for being patient. I really do appreciate it. I was traveling, and it was like, wow, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be early actually. And then that one thing, I think it's called the gas meter. Told me it was running low. And you know, part of me was like, can I make it? It's like, no, you can't make it. You got a nice amount of time left. So I take the GPS to an alternate route, but then it takes me 20 minutes the opposite direction. And it's funny because today we're talking about self-care. But usually when I'm in these situations where I'm going to be late or appear human, I start to abandon my reality and go to my happy place. And my happy place is always somewhere I'm not at currently. And so I thought about my last trip. It was, last time I got on the plane, we went to New Orleans. I went to New Orleans for the first time. I love food, I love music, I love fashion, so just an awesome trip. But the trip begins with a very important message on that airplane that we've all heard before. Before you help anyone else with that mask, make sure you put it on yourself first. Last night I had a very hard time with my confidence. I called my uncle, Reverend Walter Rasuli at CSL San Francisco, and I told him how I didn't feel like I was being authentic. I love standing up in front of here and acting like I have it all together and talking about how there is no difference between you and God and there is only God, and watching everyone smile and realize, oh my goodness, I am the God in my life. I love watching that part. The part I don't like is when I get to live those words. That's the part I need to work with. It's very easy while I'm up here in front of all these beautiful faces talking about how God is all there is. Look at these faces. Of course, we see God everywhere. Look at that. But when I get home, and what I left alone, what I thought I was above, what I thought I was done with, is still right there. That's when I get to live what I've been talking about. I want all of you to pay yourself first. I want all of you to make sure that you put that oxygen mask on yourself first, because you cannot help anyone else until you do it yourself. Okay. What I also want is for you to remind me to take my own advice. Now, please understand, I love you very much. I am not going to like when you do this. You are going to see another side of me that you probably will not appreciate, but please love me through it. I need you to remind me to do this. Oh, I'm so good at telling everyone else, be gentle with yourself, love yourself. When it's my turn, let me tell you something. Okay. I always talk about this game called the what if game. Yeah, I think you've all met the what ifs before. They're a really rowdy bunch of individuals. The what ifs can really rough you up if you allow them to. You could be having the time of your life and then just, oh, well, what if? As soon as you allow one what if into the party, they just show up, all these what ifs. You were having a ball until the what ifs came and just wrecked your barbecue. Now, what's great about growing up in New Thought is you really do realize that there is God in everything. You just see the God in everything. I grew up in an era of gangster rap and heavy metal. Yet I also grew up in New Thought. So a lot of those lyrics that drove my parents crazy, I could hear the God in. That also goes for action movies that are a little too graphic. And there's this part of this movie called Fight Club where the star, Edward Norton, is getting fired. And as he's getting fired, he decides to do something just really interesting and he starts beating himself up. Now, while that's a little graphic for all of you, the reason I bring this up is because, well, watching someone beat themselves up and what he was doing would alarm me. It was like, what in the world is going on? So while we're all afraid of the what-ifs, understand that when the what-ifs show up and they rough me up, I get right back up and laugh and say, is that the best you can do? And I start doing my Edward Norton impression right in front of them. No one can rough me up more than me. I've done it. I have done it in a room full of all these smiling faces. I can come in here and decide that I do not deserve that love. I have done it. Self-love is imperative for us to make this world work for everyone. I'm realizing now that those times where I leave the house not so cheerful like you see I am now, I'm that same one, cutting people off. Same one in the grocery aisles with that smug look. That's me if I do not love myself first. I'm realizing those same people I get angry at, those are just people who are not giving themselves love. It is imperative that we all love ourselves first before we even leave the house. This is that harmony I'm talking about. See, I love telling you I love you. Love yourself. Oh, you're beautiful. When it's my turn to receive that love, I don't know where I learned that from, because my parents have loved on me and loved on me. It did not come from them. Somewhere along this journey called life, I picked that up. Now, Jan Van Zandt talks about how life is a marathon. It's not a race. We don't need to be in a rush to get this over with. It's not a sprint. But sometimes along this marathon, there are things in the road. You know, there's twigs and branches, and you might twist your leg on a pine cone, and oh my goodness, and it's rough sometimes. Sometimes the weather changes, you slip, and you scrape your elbow. Then there's a hump in the road. And oftentimes when we trip over this hump, right, this is the hump that we all trip over, there are those who are disciplined, and they trip over the hump, they nurse their wounds, and they get back on their sneakers. Then there are those like me. I trip over the hump, then I complain about the hump, form a support group about the hump. We meet every Wednesday. Come see me. We talk about the hump every day of our lives and about why it's keeping us from running the marathon. I am good at that. And then what's even better is I see the people who just got up after tripping over that unfair, inconvenient, out to get me hump and just got right back up and started running. Oh my God, that does something to me when I see that. What I'm realizing, more than anything, self-care begins with gratitude. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I love gifts. A present, oh, I just love a present. But then I think about what a present is, and then I think about the word present. Oh my goodness. Could it be that the greatest gift we can ever give ourselves is what if the best gift you can ever give yourself is to stay in the now? Well, if the only way you can really have the greatest gift ever is to stay in the now, that means that we are constantly in gratitude. I have to be thankful for this moment, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what it does not look like, regardless of how the weather has changed, regardless of that route that took you way off the path to get you here on time. precious than right now. It's a present because you have to be fully present to appreciate it. Where's my focus? Where's my time at? Am I still tripping about that degree I didn't get? That shiny Corvette I wanted? That He-Man sword Dad never got me? Yes, I'm still mad about that. Where is my focus? Do we not realize that right now is the greatest moment of your life? Tomorrow never comes, and the past is gone forever. You can only create the miracle that you are in the present. I'm realizing now that the things I'm mad at, there's really no rule that says I have to be upset about it. We don't have to be upset. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I thought that I'm just supposed to be upset no matter what it is. All the grudges I have held for so long, my uncle told me, I don't hold grudges, I nurse them. That's me. Here it is, football season. One of the greatest times of my life, and every year I am still mad about Tom Brady for something he did for a team he doesn't even play for anymore. When does it end? When? Do we truly believe that God is all there is? See, this is the tough part. Look at how beautiful it is outside. Look at all these smiles we have around us. It's very easy to say God is all there is right now in this moment. When it gets dark later on, when you get ready for work and go to that board meeting you ain't going to, when you get ready to see that co-worker who just knows way too much of your business, can you say God is all there is then? See, that's the test. I always wanted to be in the advanced class, if any class I was in. If I was taking martial arts, I wanted to already be a black belt. If I was trying to join some team, I wanted to already be a captain in that team. I just always wanted to, please, I just want to be a part of that. Always forgetting the other part that comes with being one of the elites. See, if you're in the black belt class, sensei's a little tougher on you than the class I'm in. See, when you spar with sensei's going easy with you because I'm a white belt. But when you're in that black belt class, now sensei's doing a different kind of fighting. While we're all smiling, let me remind you, you are in God's black belt class. And you are all elites. And as much as we all keep trying to pretend like we're white belts, the universe is always going to flip us on our neck and remind us that we are black belts. We don't get to pretend. We don't get to act like we do not know what we know. We know that God is all there is. That means when things get tough on us, that same love that we want for our loved ones, that same love we want for the world, we get to give it to ourselves first. I tell my family all the time, I have a big, loving family. Oh my goodness, we're like the Huxtables. It's really disgusting. I tell you, we love each other so much. But I always have to remind them, no matter what arguments we may get into or any of that, please know there's nothing I can't get over from a fresh lineup at the barbershop. I'm just sorry. You could be mad at me all day. Oh, I really wish. You know what? I'll be all right. It's cool. What is that for you, though? What is that for you? Is it a warm bath? Is it some frozen yogurt on a hot day? What is it? Do you have something that will cure you of any funk that you may be in the moment? Do it right now. You deserve it. That's the part I'm trying to realize. Do you not realize it is your birthright to be happy? You have no one to apologize to. You have no burning sands to cross. You have nothing to... All you get to do is be happy in this moment. We all have a past. We all have said things that, oh, I probably could have said that a little better. We all have done. Don't act like it's just me. I see all your faces. We've all done it. Let that go right now. Stop yourself up. Stop inviting the what ifs into your party. You deserve to be happy. And more than that, the people around you who are watching you, whether you like it or not, they need to see you purposely be happy. Did you know your life ain't just your life? You get to share that with us. You all have a gift you came here with. You get to share that with us. That's not just your gift. Can you paint? Can you sing? Can you bake? Whatever it is, use that to heal us. Because this game called life that we're all players in, you can get bruised a little bit sometimes. You get bruised in this game. But that's the beautiful thing of it, right? When we're all on the same team, we get to all compare our battle wounds together. Oh, regret right here. Oh, yeah. That right there, yeah. Broken heart. Oh, this right here. We all have the same war wounds. You deserve to be happy. Can you pay yourself first? That same effort you gave your boss, that 8 hours, what do you have for you when you come home? Who said that we need to continue bearing our past? Who said we got to keep carrying that? By the way, let me just remind everyone here, I'm one of those people who do not like being told anything. Thank you. I just don't like it. I know I'm supposed to be a lot more humble about it. I don't like it. God knows this. And so God and I have this weird relationship where I ignore any kind of advice anyone's trying to give me. Then I write these notes for my sermon, and by the grace of God, I end up not looking at me because God is actually telling me what I need to hear in that moment. So all I'm saying is I'm not preaching at you. This is just God telling me what I need to hear. And it's just coming through right now. I just need you here so I don't feel weird for talking to myself. This is what I'd be doing right now if I was in the kitchen washing my dishes. I'd be having this conversation out loud. You deserve the love that you want for yourself. I don't care what is in your past. I don't care what you said. I don't care if nobody even knows about it and is eating at you. I do not care. Give yourself that love. That's an assignment for me. I will give those I love everything. I mean, everything. It does not matter. Here, people in my family don't even like complimenting me on anything because I will give it to, oh, you like these shoes? I love you that much. Yet when it's my turn to receive love. And here's what's interesting about that. In the 90s, there was this album by, my favorite rap group was Wu-Tang Clan, but there's a solo artist by the name of Frank One. And he put out an album called Only Built for Cuban Links. The reason he said that was we were all wearing chains, but the Cuban link chain is a very beautiful but very strong, almost indestructible chain. And when you look at this chain, at least for me, I realize a link, in order for a link to work, it has to be both giving and receiving at the same time. We are stronger when we are both giving and receiving at the same time. It makes the link perfect. It makes it an indestructible chain. But if I'm only doing one, the chain falls. How can you love yourself more? How are you loving yourself today? I'm challenging everyone in here. I challenge you. I'm calling you out. How can you love yourself harder? That next time you are ready to beat yourself up and let that dreaded game of what ifs into your life, how do we get to run them off? What if we filled ourselves with so much love, we were just buff and big and just mighty with so much love, the what ifs are like, I don't want any parts of that one right there. That can happen. And yes, I'm saying this is an assignment for me. why we meditate. This is why we do our affirmations. This is why we affirm the truth. It reminds us to stay in the moment. Your most precious moment ever will always be right now. Now, yes, I am from the hip-hop generation, so I'm going to continue spewing out names you do not know, but that's not what matters. See, I don't know none of those people in the Bible either, but the story is what matters. And there's a group from Oakland called Black Alicious. Beautiful group, just these poets. Oh my God, you would love their music. And Chief Excel, rest in peace. On this song that they named Feel That Way, he's talking about how those greatest moments in your life that you remember, all those memories, just close your eyes and think about it. That time when you hit the winning home run for your Little League team. The time when your Girl Scout troop said you make the best cookies. The time where you did a recital and your whole family. Feel that way. Feel that way right now. It's just a file in your mind. Upload it. You can feel that way right now. That's what he's talking about. And in a time where consumerism and just oversaturated with just violence and just all that, I needed to hear that. Now, I'll get a little personal. I try not to, but I'll be honest. The pressures of pop culture can get to me at times. Which means that as a man, an able-bodied American man, I've told myself, you are nothing if you don't have any money to contribute. I'm saying that because I know I am not the only man who's built that way. I have done that to myself, really told myself that I did not matter because I wasn't making the kind of money I felt I should be making. Yet I'm also realizing those people who seem to just get through life gracefully and just the money they want, the partner they want, just everything, it comes from feeling that way. That's the first step. That's the first step. We have to feel that way. We have to give ourselves that love first. The universe is mathematical. Let's remember that. This is just an equation we are in, and every equation has a formula. Every formula starts with self-love. That's the one thing that's tough about this philosophy. I don't get to fake it. I would love to be over here and just stand here and smile and wear something nice and go home and just no one know how miserable my life is. I get to do the work too. Something I love and do not love all in the same. Because the other part to that, I'm almost done, is that one word. There's children in here, so when you use this kind of word, you try not to. Forgiveness. I can forgive anyone for anything. That's what's funny. I was just talking about my grudges, but I forgive very easy. The one person I have a problem forgiving, though, I'm still beating myself up about things I've said at slumber parties when I was 8. Friends who have told me over and over again, you're still tripping on that? And here's what's beautiful about forgiveness. I used to think that forgiveness was letting the other person off the hook. It's the most selfish thing you can ever do for yourself. It's the most selfish thing you can ever do for yourself is to forgive the other person. It lets you off the hook. It lets you out of the drama. I cannot accept new blessings in my life if I'm still tripping off of this right here. I can't. If I am still fighting with you over this drama right here, the blessings that are knocking on the door trying to let themselves in my life, I cannot allow them in because I'm fighting with you. But the moment I say, you know what? I love you, and it's all good. See how easy that was for me to do in front of y'all right now? Wow, that was a big step for me. Just doing that right there was a big step for me. We don't have to give in to the drama. We don't have to watch keying in and give our happiness away. We can watch it and affirm that God is all there is, no matter who the president is. We can decide that. The greatest way people give up their power is by believing they don't have any. Love yourself first. Namaste. And right now, in this moment, I know that God is all there is. One mind, one breath, one life, one idea, one heartbeat. God is the only power in existence. It is known by many names because it is just that abundant. Just like I have many names. My name is Father, my name is Brother, my name is Son, my name is Friend. God has many names. Michael Franti said, God is too big for just one religion. And so I am speaking from that place, that source, that one life. Speaking for this service, speaking for the congregants, speaking for our beloved ministers, speaking for the music, speaking for this beautiful city of Auburn, California. I am rejoicing in this moment right now because right now is all we have. Knowing that there is abundance, perfect health, divine love, unconditional love, the perfect partner. I am speaking for this and so many more things because God is that abundant. Too many blessings today. But God hears our prayers. God hears everything we are speaking for, yearning for, and needing. And the answer is always yes. So I'm celebrating in that yes. Celebrating in my beloved center right now in this moment. Releasing all whys, all what ifs, all question marks. Moving my ego out of the way, knowing that God has got it. I allow it to be. And so it is.
So it is.